For this game, I wanted to take you guys back in time, a little history lesson. Do you guys remember the pick at the stick? You probably wouldn't because I didn't even know it was called that. But I do remember the play. It's the last game at Candlestick, one of my favorite stadiums of all time. 2013, Falcons trail by 10 points with 2 minutes to play. Gonzalez scores a touchdown. You got an onside kick, right? Goes right through Navarro Bowman's hands. Right through his hands. Falcons get the ball a couple plays later. They're in the red zone. They got a chance to score. Atlanta's driving for the win now in the last game at Candlestick. And the ball's barely hit the ground in the fourth quarter, I feel like, in that game. In my mind's eye, I don't think Matt Ryan threw a fucking incompletion in the fourth quarter. And one of the DBs came down, got a hand on a ball. Navarro Bowman, in stride, falls right into his hand, runs like 95 yards for a touchdown. I'll never forget that play. It was the lid came off the place. And, that was a Falcons-Niners primetime game. It just made me think of that memory. And this is the Harbaugh quote I was hunting earlier. That was one of the greatest plays I've ever seen. 49ers head coach Jim Harbaugh gushed in a post-game interview. I've never been involved in a football game where something that good happened in a game. And it was a great play by T. Brock. Tremaine Brock was the guy who came down and made the play on the ball, and a great play by Navarro Bowman. How about him with the superlatives? I've never been involved in a football game where something that good happened. That was a great memory, dude. If you'd asked me what year that happened, I would have said like 2020. But it was 13 years ago.
Weird to think of Navarro Bowman as like a way back game.
I know, dude.
A play that has a name.
I know. Yeah. So, anyways, coming into this game, I think like with George Kittle coming back, and he's going to play this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have not run the ball well. I think sometimes, and I'm not discounting the whole thing, I think it's just going to be interesting to see if they do run the ball a lot better with him in the lineup. Like, a lot of times you think about offensive linemen, you think about scheme, the whole thing. Like, having a tight end like him that blocks in the run game, in the scheme that they employ, is a differentiating factor. And so, like, to me, that's what I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Can they get that run game going with Christian McCaffrey, with George Kittle at tight end, kicking guys on asses on the edge? Like, I think James Pierce is going to be a good player. I think Jalen Walker is going to be a good player. They have not played a tight end like George Kittle yet. And so, like, I look forward to seeing him. Maybe he's going to do some baptisms Sunday night, some Sunday night baptisms. We'll hear what Skip Bayless has to say about that.
Did you see the Halloween? Someone, a 49ers fan, they decorated their house, and it's all the injured players and skeletons.
Oh, dude, there's an AI video that I didn't want to put on because I think it's kind of, like, mean.
Yeah.
Did you see the AI video?
No.
Go on.
But I just thought this was funny and creative, but it's also kind of crazy, like, that you have that many star players.
Dude, this is nuts.
Basically, all the players that have jerseys that you can buy in the store.
That's awesome.
Like, when it's all of them, that's probably not a good deal.
That's crazy. I mean, the injuries are not awesome, but, like,
No.
it is an awesome way to cope with it.
And they're all visiting newly injured Fred.
Is that Chicago Bears star Jake Moody?
Yeah.
Might be a jersey they had lying around.
So you got the return of George Kittle. I think that's going to be really interesting. That's one thing I'm gonna be excited. And Ulbrich blitzed Josh Allen 90% of third downs. So you talk about, like, what do you want to do against Mac Jones? Well, if you can get in these third and longs, he was not great against the blitz last week. I'm not saying he's just going to replicate all the looks that Bowles gave him, but we all know the spots last week where Bowles got the better of Shanahan and of Mac Jones. And so I think this is a spot where you're going to see some blitz. I also feel like just with everybody that's been down for this group, like, you can man up. You can man up. You want to man up, you can man up. You need to man up for the run game. Man up. The thing that worries you about manning up is it's the motions, it's the it's the fast, the flat stuff, it's all that. But, like, I think the game's going to be won and lost with the run game for San Francisco. Obviously, you have a whole nother side of the ball that you have to worry about, and San Francisco's defense is going to look a lot different without Fred Warner. And I think in a game where you're playing Bijan Robinson, you can't get a pass rush to save your life. Like the San Francisco defense they're going to be big game hunting when it comes to an edge rusher. And we talked about how bottleneck that market is. Like somebody's going to get Trey Hendrickson. If they do, then like who's next? Like there's a couple guys on Miami. There's Jermaine Johnson. We mentioned some other guys, but like to really rescue this front, like I don't know if there's anybody out there that can. Even Trey Hendrickson. Like Nick Bosa is just so dominant, dude. Nick Bosa is so dominant to replace him, to replace Fred Warner. So, like, for me, that's why I harp on the run game, like trying to keep Atlanta's offense off the field. Try to, like if you can run the ball, shorten the game, keep the ball out of Michael Penix's hand, as funny as that sounds, like, and I think he's a good player, but here we are saying that already about that offense because it is a scary offense. Mm-hmm. It really is. And they're going to get Mooney back this week. Did I hear that?
Yeah, he's practicing.
So like, for me, the whole game comes down to keeping that offense off the field because, like, the way you looked at Becker, the way you look from a communication standpoint last week, like, Zach Robinson's going to have a plan. And his plan is going to be to run outside zone. Niners are terrible there. 31st in success versus outside zone in EPA. 31st in success rate and in EPA. Against outside zone. So like that to me that's the game. As boring as it sounds, it's like who's going to be able to run the football? I hate to like Neanderthal football you for Sunday night, but I think that's going to be what it comes down to. And Brock is limited this week. So we could see Brock Purdy. If we see Brock Purdy, which no one's nodding no, I don't think so because he's more limited than Mac from what it sounds like. If we see Brock Purdy and Brock Purdy doesn't play well, and this is one of the reasons I don't think you put him in just yet until he's 100%, you will have a quarterback controversy. I'm not making the quarterback controversy up. I'm not endorsing quarterback controversy, but you will have a quarterback controversy if you rush him back for a game and he doesn't look like himself.
Well, and also it doesn't seem like this is the spot to throw him back in. If you're Kyle Shanahan and you see how the Falcons got after Josh the other night.
Yes.
Or, in the game against the Bills, why make that risk?
The next three defenses are Texans, Giants, Rams.
Why make that risk for the next three games?
Well, and here's the other thing. Ulbrich is your guy. Ulbrich used to coach defense under Robert Saleh. Like, I wouldn't quite say it's like a tree. I know we kind of talked about it the other night with, like, Josh struggling against Ulbrich in the past and Saleh and that sort of thing. And, like, there are some cover three foundational elements to the defense, but I do think Ulbrich's running it a little bit different. Like, I think Ulbrich has turned up the dial in some areas, one being, like, they brought a lot of fucking pressure the other night. So, like, if you're sitting there thinking, like, well, this is the defense that, Penix is used to seeing Saleh's defense and vice versa with Mac Jones or Brock Purdy, that's not the case. Like, so, there's a lot of similarities, but there are going to be differences. I think this game really does come down to the run game.
Two leaders in scrimmage yards, Bijan Robinson and Christian McCaffrey.
And
they've gotten them in different ways.
Passing game, the Drake London pace with Michael Penix, 1,655 yards over 17 games it would be.
Wow. Good for him. Great guy. Should have went to Virginia. We couldn't land him. They didn't want to let him play two sports.
Mike could have his quarterback now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that other guy, McCaffrey, he's 6-0 in his receiving yards over, eclipsing 50 yards in all 6 games.
Hey, come on now. Week 7, already here.
take care.